Hello students, welcome to Aditya Academy. I'm Dr. Ragini Arora and today we are going to start exercise 8.2 from NCERT. I hope you must have watched first two videos of this chapter. Now in this we are going to solve questions in which we will be required to use the values of trigonometric ratios of acute angles. So now hope that you have learnt about the table of these values. I'm starting with the questions here, right? The first question is we have to evaluate the following. The first question is you have to find the value of sine 60 multiplied by cos 30 degree added to sine 30 degree multiplied by cos 60 degree. Now as we know the value of sine 60 is root 3 by 2. We simply have to put the values here. Cos 30 is also root 3 by 2 added to sine 30. The value of sine 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is also 1 by 2. So now we have got this is 3 by 4 added to 1 by 4, which is 4 by 4. Hence this gives us 1. Right? This is one of the easiest exercises. You just have to remember the table and then put those values here. Next question is we have to find the value of 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 degree minus sine square 60 degree. Right? Now what is the value of tan 45? Tan 45 is 1 and tan 45 raised to the power 2. So 1 raised to the power 2 added to square of cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So square of root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is also root 3 by 2. So we have to take the square. Simple, this is equal to like sine 60 raised to the power 2 can be written as sine square 60. This 2 is basically for this trigonometric ratio, square of this whole value, right? So now we have 2 multiplied by 1 added to root 3 square is 3, 2 square is 4. Subtracted, sorry, this is minus sign. So we have 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4. So if we simply reduce these two things, we get 2. Right? Next part is, this is cos 45. You have to copy down the question first. Cos 45 divided by secant of 30 degree added to cosecant of 30 degree. Right? So now this is cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 upon square root of 2. Sec 30. What is cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. See, cos 30, even if you remember first 3 lines, you can find the values of the next 3 trigonometric ratios. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So secant 30 is the reciprocal of cos 30, which is 2 by root 3. So this is 2 upon root 3. Added to cosec 30. What is sine 30? Sine 30 is half. So cosec 30 becomes 2 by 1, which is 2. Right, now we can solve this. This is 1 by square root of 2. Here you take LCM, it becomes root 3. 2. This 2 gets multiplied by root 3. So we have 1 upon square root of 2 multiplied by this denominator gets flipped. So we have 2 plus 2 root 3. That is root 3. And if we take this, we can keep this here only. You can take this 2 outside with 2 root 2. This is 2 root 2. In bracket we have 1 plus root 3. This becomes root 3 upon 2 root 2, 1 plus root 3. Now here we cannot leave this answer in this form, because when we have irrational numbers in the denominator, we are supposed to rationalize the denominator, right? So here I am erasing all this. Now to rationalize this is square root of 3, 2 root 2, 1 plus root 3. So what I can do is, first we can take this root 2 inside. That means we can write this as root 3, keeping 2 outside. This can be written as root 2 plus root 6. Multiply this root 2 by both the numbers. So now we can take the conjugate for multiplication. This is root 6 minus root 2 and root 6 minus root 2. So we have in the numerator, we multiply root 3 by root 6, which is root 18 minus root 6. In denominator, 2 is already outside, and in the bracket we have root 6 minus root 2, root 6 plus root 2. This is a square minus b square, right? So now this is root 18 can be factorized as, see, 18 can be written as 2 9s are 3, 3, 3, 1. So we can take out 1 3 from this pair. 3 root 2 is left inside. Root 6 cannot be broken like this. So now we have 2 multiplied by 4, which is 8. So we have 3 root 2 minus root 6 divided by 8. This is the final answer. So whenever we get irrational numbers in the denominator, we need to rationalize the denominator, right? Is we have sine 30 plus tan 45 minus cosec 60 degree divided by secant of 30 degree plus cos of 60 degree plus cot 45. Sin 30 is half. Tan 45 is 1. We can write this as 1 by 1. Then we have minus cosec 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So this becomes 2 upon root 3. Secant 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this becomes 2 upon root 3. Cos 60 is half. Plus cot 45 is 1. So now we can take the LCM in both numerator and denominator. This becomes 2 root 3. 2 root 3 divided by 2 is root 3. Root 3 multiplied by 1 becomes root 3. This whole thing gets multiplied by 1, so this becomes 2 root 3. 2 root 3 divided by root 3 is 2. Multiplied by numerator is minus 4. In denominator we have 2 root 3. 2 root 3 divided by root 3 is 2. 2 gets multiplied by 2, so it is 4. 2 root 3 divided by 2 is root 3. Root 3 into 1 is root 3. Now add it to 2 root 3 multiplied by 1, which is 2 root 3. So in the numerator we have 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 2 root 3. Denominator gets flipped. So this is 2 root 3, and in denominator we have 2 root 3 plus 1 root 3 is 3 root 3 plus 4. Right? So now we have, here it is, 3 root 3 minus 4 upon 3 root 3 plus 4. Right? Now here we have irrational numbers in the denominator, so I'm going to rationalize the denominator. I'm taking the conjugate, like this is 3 root 3 minus 4. 3 root 3 minus 4. So in the numerator we have a minus b, a minus b, a minus b whole square. That is equal to a square 3 root 3 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 4 into 3 root 3. A square plus b square minus 2ab. In the denominator we have a plus b, a minus b, so it is a square minus b square. Now we open this. This is 3 square 9 3s are 27. 4 square is 16 minus 4 2s are 8, 3s are 24 root 3. In the denominator we have 27 minus 16, right? So this is 43 minus 24 root 3, and then we have 27 minus 16, which is 11. So this is the final answer, right? The next part is we have to find. Now the next part is we have 5 into cos square 60 degrees added to 4 secant square 30 degrees minus tan square 45 degrees. Then we have sine square 30 degrees added to cos square 30 degrees. So now we know the values of, write this, 5 multiplied by cos 60's square. Cos 60 is half square of this. Then we have 4 multiplied by secant 30. See, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So secant 30 becomes 2 by root 3 whole square minus tan 45, which is 1, its whole square, right? Now in the denominator we have sine 30, which is half raised to the power 2 added to cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2 raised to the power 2. Now we simplify, we have 5 divided by 4. 4 multiplied by 2 by, we have square, sorry, 4 multiplied by 4, root 3 square is 3. Then we have 1 over 1. In the denominator we have 1 upon 4, root 3 square is 3 by 4. Now we simplify this. So we have in the numerator we have 16 by 3. So LCM becomes 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 multiplied by 16 is 64. Then we have minus 12 multiplied by 12 is 12 multiplied by 1 is 12. In the denominator we have 4 divided by 4. So now this is 67 by 12 divided by 4 by 4 or multiplied by 4 by 4. So this is 67 by 12. Next is, here this is the multiple choice question and we have to select the correct option for the given value. Now we have to evaluate for 2 tan 30 degrees upon 1 plus tan square 30 degrees. Value of tan 30 is, tan 30 degree is 1 upon root 3. So we have 2 into 1 by root 3. 1 plus 1 by root 3 whole square. Now this is 2 by root 3 is 1 plus 1 by 3. Now we simplify it further. This is 2 by root 3 and in the denominator we can write 3 plus 1 by 3. So we have 2 upon root 3, 4 by 3. We solve them, so we have 2 upon root 3 multiplied by 3 by 4. Now what we can do is, we can reduce this as root 3 and this is 2. This is root 3 upon 2. Now what we have to do, our value is root 3 by 2, but there is no option which is stating root 3 by 2 as any option. So we have to look for these values, out of these 4 values, which value resembles root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Yes. So sine 60 is also root 3 by 2. So if we are getting root 3 by 2, this is also root 3 by 2. That means option A is the correct answer, which is equal to sine 60. So you can write answer as option A, sine 60. right? Next is we have 1 minus tan square 45 degrees upon 1 plus tan square 45 degrees. So if we simplify, we know that tan 45 is 1. 1 minus 1 square, 1 plus 1 square, which is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 1. 0 by 2 is nothing but 0. So here tan 90, we know that it is infinity. This is 1. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So D is the correct option. So answer is option D, 0. Right? Next is, now the next question is, we have to check like if sine 2A is equal to 2 sine A, and this is possible for which value of A? So now here we have to use these values to check which option out of these 4 options satisfies this particular equation. So if I take let A is equal to 0, then LHS becomes sine 2 into 0 is equal to sine 0, which is 0 degrees. Now take RHS for this particular option. It is 2 sine A. 2 sine A is 2 into sine 0, which is also 2 into 0, that is 0. So at least for the first option it is working, so we can mark it out. This is, answer becomes option A, that is 0 degrees. Right? Now we have 2 tan 30 degrees. 2 tan 30 degrees upon 1 minus tan squared 30 degrees. What is the value of this expression? Now we know tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. And then we have 1 minus tan 30 is again 1 by root 3. Here it is in square. So we simplify this as 2 by root 3 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3. So we have 2 upon root 3. 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. Now we flip this, 2 upon root 3 multiplied by 3 by 2. So this root 3 reduces this to root 3. Now we have got root 3. We have to check out of these 4 options which expression also yields us root 3. Cos 60 is not root 3. Sin 60 is not root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. Yes. So C is the correct option. This is equal to tan 60. Hence answer is option C, tan 60 degrees. Right? This is a very interesting question. So we have if tan of A plus B, tangent of A plus B is equal to root 3. Right? So what we have to do, and the second thing gives us tan of A minus B is 1 upon root 3. What we can do here, an extra thing is given as 0 degree is less than A plus B is less than 90 degrees. That means A plus B is an acute angle and A is greater than B. A is greater than B and A plus B is an acute angle. So we have to look for the values we have learned till now. Now tan of A plus B is equal to root 3. Now we have to look for the value of tan where we get root 3. That is equal to 60 degrees. So root 3 can be replaced by tan 60 degree. Why we have done that? Because we are looking for the value of angle which represents A plus B. So from this, don't cut it like this, tan can be cut down. That is not the case. You should take the values only, like tan of which angle is equal to tan of 60 degrees. So this is A plus B is 60 degrees, right? Similarly, if tan of A minus B is 1 upon root 3, that means tangent of 1 minus B is equal to tan of which angle? Which angle's tangent is equal to 1 by root 3? It is 30 degrees. That means the angle A minus B is equal to 30 degree. Now from this we can solve these two equations, right? Add them, two b's get reduced, so we have 2a is equal to 90 degree, then value of a comes out to be 45 degree. Now we can find the value of b from any of these two equations. B is 60 degree minus a, that means 60 degree minus 45, so b becomes 15 degree. So finally value of a is 45 degrees and value of b is 15 degrees. This is our answer, right? So this is the last question of this exercise. Here, state whether the following are true or false and justify your answer. So the first case is we have to tell whether sine of a plus b is equal to sine of a plus sine of b. So we can just take one example. So now we have to take individual values of a and b and check whether LHS comes out to be equal to RHS or not. So I'm taking a as 30 degree and b as 45 degrees. We should take the values for which we know the values of sine. Now for the LHS we have sine of, but we don't know the value of sine 75. Then what shall we take? 30 and 60, let's say, because we know 30 plus 60 also. So it is sine 30 plus sine 60. This is equal to sine 90. Sine 90 we know that is 1. Now we know the value of LHS. Now what is individual values of sine 30 added to sine 60? Sine 30 is half. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. This is root 3 plus 1 by 2, which is not equal. So we can say this statement is false. First one is false. The next one is the value of sine theta increases as theta increases. Now we can check this, like sine 0 is 0, it's okay. Sine 30 is half. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Yes, this is greater than, you can evaluate this, 1 by root 2, you can rationalize this. This becomes 1 by root 2. Root 2 by 2, that is 1.414 divided by 2 is 0.707. 0.707 is greater than 0.5. This is 0.5. Then we go for sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. That means 1.732 by 2 is 0.866. Okay, this is in increasing order, right? And finally, we have sine 90, which is 1. So yes, for sine theta, this is true. You can write this statement is true, right? Third is the value of cos theta increases as theta increases. Now let's see. Cos 0 is 1, right? And if we go for cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2, this is known as 0.866. Now we can see that this is decreasing. So we can write here as this is false, right? Now for sine theta is equal to cos theta for all values, this is false. You can see that sine 30 is half and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. You can give any one instead, right? So this is false. Last is cot A is not defined for A is equal to 0 degrees. That we have to check. See, tan 0 is 0, right? Tan 0 degree is 0. Now what is cot? Cot of A becomes, cot of 0 is 1 upon tan 0. Cot is the reciprocal of tangent. So cot of 0 becomes 1 by tan 0. Now tan 0 is 0. So cot 0 becomes 1 upon 0. 1 upon 0 is not defined. Division by 0 is not defined. So this is true, right? So now we have finished our exercise 8.2. So this was the very calculative part of this chapter. You only need to memorize the values of these trigonometric ratios from the table. You will be easily able to solve all this. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.